I mean, why do we display pictures of our family in our home? Because we love them.
There she is.
Because we're proud of them. They mean something to us.
Photographs freeze the turning pages of time and become windows onto the moment when new life brings the hope of untold possibilities.
I got it.
But these pictures are not about a beginning. They are about an end.
And validation for the family that the child existed, was loved, and was here.
Tammy Councilman is a photographer for a group called Now I Lay Me Down to Sleep. They're professionals on call at all times to photograph babies who are stillborn or die shortly after birth.
Probably the greatest challenge is being able to walk into that room with the courage to get through that photographic session without losing yourself entirely. These are the most important images I'll ever take at that moment, because you don't get to do it over again. And this is all they're ever going to have. There won't be a first birthday or first Christmas. This is it.
Oh, that's one sweet.
It's extremely important to capture these moments
You can see her and then.
while we have them.
Tammy Councilman started taking pictures of Jill Aguiar's
Oh, I
pregnancy
really like that one.
because Jill and her husband Tom weren't sure if they would ever get to hear their daughter laugh
We want to
or cry.
slow every second down, and this captures it forever.
And like most couples, they wanted to freeze the moment with pictures.
They may be her siblings looking at these pictures and asking us why and where she is. And
My name is Jeannie. I'll be performing your ultrasound today.
Almost before they could see Noelle forming on the ultrasound came the news.
yes, they said most likely you will come in for an appointment and one day you just won't hear the heartbeat. And then they would induce delivery.
Noelle isn't getting enough blood through the placenta.
Whenever my heart was beating, it would flow towards her, but then when my heart was resting, it would be flowing back away from her.
And she's way behind the normal growth
She's
schedule.
head down today. Her head's down here.
Hearing that news with your child, and then especially your first baby, you may never have that opportunity to hold her or bring her home.
At that point, there's nothing that you can do, ultimately, but to know that your firstborn child is going to die is devastating.
Right here.
Jill and Tom's relationship is based on a shared faith.
God is in control, and when He has a plan for your life, ultimately it's for your good and His glory.
Really, what is the weight that we need?
It's about Him, not about us. So we rest in
I
that.
never thought you guys would get to this point, to tell you the truth.
Really?
God's light began to shine in the 24th week.
We're excited to be here.
Yeah.
No one expected it, but Noelle's health stopped declining, and that alone was a victory.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're excited.
A lot of hope. We know that God can work a miracle, but I don't know. We'll see what happens.
It's all happening so fast. Jill starts keeping a journal.
Setbacks, but we are incredibly grateful to God for each day that passes.
Things go from concerning to crisis just before Christmas when Jill begins to have some bleeding.
And things did not look good.
He said the placenta's tearing away, that's why you're bleeding, and the blood flow in the cord is reversed. He said we have to get her out now.
Noelle comes, but appears too tiny to survive.
This is the situation. If she comes out crying, breathing, we would do everything possible. We'll give her a chance. And that's exactly what she did.
We heard it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right when she came out, there's this teeny tiny little cry, and we couldn't see her or anything, but that was the best sound I've ever heard. Yeah, she has little tiny eyebrows.
She weighs less than a pound.
If you
I mean,
put your hands
she's
together,
like-
she's from thumb to thumb,
Maybe.
maybe.
All stretched out.
Normally, babies that are less than 500 grams don't survive.
It was really scary, and so we called Tammy because we didn't know how this was going to turn out.
We didn't know what we were going to be dealing with.
Tammy Councilman wasn't available on short
Her
notice.
little feet are like this little.
So Deborah Hendricks, another Now I Lay Me Down photographer, filled
It
in.
was going to be a bereavement session. I had no idea that I was walking into anything like this.
She shoots what should be the only photos ever taken of Noelle.
You're always leaving feeling really sad, but feel pretty happy about this one.
It was only even a couple weeks ago that we kind of switched our thinking and even hoped that this day might be here, that we could see her and watch her grow. And
She's a Christmas miracle baby.
hi, pretty girl.
With Noelle, a miracle
You're doing such a good job.
may be what they need.
I want to see her keep fighting.
Yeah,
Hi.
you hear your daddy?
Yeah, I'm here.
It's a race to mature Noelle's lungs
Wednesday, January 4th.
before her body gives
My
out.
heart broke today as I talked to her, and she looked at me with eyes wide open.
Jill isn't always sure that it's a race they can win.
Today has been an incredibly difficult day. Saturday was a bump, according to the doctor, but he described today as a hill, possibly turning into a mountain. When your nurse says goodbye to you for the evening and gives you a hug with tears in her eyes, like that, just, you know it's bad.
But faith and hope goes beyond Tom and Jill to the people who do the work here every day.
This is life.
I know.
There's death, yes, but this is life.
Open your eyes up.
Noelle is one strong little girl. She has surprised a lot of people, and I believe in my gut still that she's going to do fine.
Day 44, January 20th.
A month later, Noelle has doubled in weight
Noelle had an absolutely fantastic day today.
and is beginning to look like a
Today
baby.
she was extubated, and whoever thought that a cry would be such sweet music to one's ears.
Tom and Jill allow themselves to begin to act like parents. 8 weeks after her early arrival, she is still more than 3 weeks from her due
Now we're
date.
going to read Peter Rabbit.
Those pictures that were supposed to signify an end now look like a beginning.
Noelle is nothing short of a miracle. I think she is the perfect example of what faith and hope can do.
Once upon a time, there were 4 little rabbits.
And the baby they thought they would be connected to only by the heartstrings
She's turning her eyes towards you.
Are you? You watching Daddy?
is firmly in their arms.
It's in God's hands, so
Bob Buckley,
it's okay.
Fox 8 News.
You'll feel better afterwards.